reason why women's U.S. soccer is dominant in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more women from the I think there's a lot more women in the U.S. playing soccer.
Yeah.
Than in other countries, because it's more of a male-dominated sport around the world.
Yeah, and Title IX had a big thing to do with that. And sorry, we're like really going over time with this one, but just
sports, man. It's the you know, the important stuff, not that fun stuff that we did with politics.
Right. So Title IX had a lot to do with that because U.S. was one of those first countries that really put emphasis on women being seen on equal footing with men, or having those same opportunities. Like First Lady Hillary Clinton said to the UN or whatever, she said, women's rights are human rights or whatever, right? That idea that we need to treat everyone the same, spurred on colleges and high schools putting an emphasis on female sports, including soccer. So when FIFA finally started doing the Women's World Cup, the US were ready. They were ready to go. China surprisingly was really good in those early days. And then Germany, but now you can see it in the 2019 Women's World Cup. It's a lot more competitive. Other countries, they're catching up.
Starting to get into it.
Yeah, and it's becoming interesting. I actually really enjoy watching the Women's World Cup. I think they play really good football.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of times women's sports is a little bit more entertaining to me. And I'll tell you, you want to know the biggest example? MMA. Women MMA fights sometimes are some of the most exciting because they hold nothing back. Not to say that men MMA fighters hold anything back, but it's more. So I didn't get to watch the Women's World Cup, but obviously I heard about it because of the whole political part of it. Whatnot. But
paid the same.
Yeah. But I will catch one because honestly, it's just fun, and then and then all that good stuff. So, real quick wrap up with this conversation. We decided that Leonardo Messi, like Leonardo,
like Lionel Richie. It's actually spelled the same way, but they pronounce it Lionel. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. No, that makes sense. So Lionel Messi, speaking from my perspective into what you described of him and what you said, I don't think his dynasty or his greatness will be really questioned. There will still be people that question, but when the dust settles on his career and Ronaldo's career, both of them will still always be that among the top
1A, 1B.
But also to quickly wrap it up, Tom Brady still sucks. So, anyways, real quick wrap up. Wanted to real quickly talk about just before we go. One thing that I wanted to mention, you actually real quickly before we talk about the song WAP, because both of us are trying to figure out like what's the big deal.
Yeah, what's the deal about WAP?
So we obviously decided that that there's a guy out there who basically cried about the fact that his wife doesn't get excited for him because a doctor had to excuse it and say that it's not normal for women to get wet. But okay. So don't get the reason. Honestly, all that shows to me is that we're still having the same fights we had back in the 1990s and the 2000s about women being able to express themselves, women being able to talk about whatever topics they want to. Them talking about themselves in that way it is different than men talking about that particular subject.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't get why there's not as much of a lot of a conversation about the fact that men keep talking about it, but when two women talk about it, all of a sudden it's an issue. I honestly don't see the big deal with it.
And I just want to add something. I mean, I hate to always bring things back to politics, but I think it's kind of strange that the conservatives or the Republicans want to peg themselves as the party of, they're supposedly the party of free speech, but then they're the party that that really gets all up in arms when something like this comes up, right?
It's no different
Like,
than, remember, what was that metal group, Sister, I forget, Sister something, that they had an album and they had to do what is it when they go to Congress,
uh, a hearing
a
or
hearing. They did a hearing on it, which all that hearing led to was them slapping that explicit content sticker on it.
yeah.
On
Two Live Crew as well.
Two Live Crew,
Yeah,
Twisted Sister. Twisted
Twisted
Sister
Sister.
was the
Yeah.
rock band, and it was just like, one of the things that I remember from it, because I think I watched the behind the music of it, was they asked, it's like, what does your album mean? I think the album's name was like Cut or Slit or something like that.
Oh,
I was like,
dang.
and then she went into like a whole spiel about, does it mean this and something like degrading or whatever. He was like, no. He was like, I had surgery and they cut me. I had surgery on my neck or something, and they cut me there. And this is just a reference to that. I don't know what twisted shit you're into, So yeah, you're right. Look, it's a strange thing. And then didn't you say Tucker Carlson had a?
Yeah, so I wasn't bringing up conservatives just to bring up conservatives. Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro both had segments dedicated to WAP, right? And Tucker Carlson, you can see it in his face. He's so upset. He's so like, how could they be talking about this? And this is what our young girls are listening to, right? Okay, but you support a guy who talks about grabbing them by the pee. So yeah, I'm
Not only
sorry.
that, but Ted
It's
Nugent
full
is
outrage.
your poster boy. Ted Nugent and Kid Rock are your poster boys, and if you listen to their songs, they're way more explicit a lot of
Right.
times. So.
I'm just tired of the
Anyways,
full outrage. I listen to rap. And I know that male rappers talk about all that stuff about popping, about about so many things, that why would I be upset about female rappers doing the same thing? Let them do them. And the music is making money.
now it's making more.
Yeah, now it's making more because of all the unwarranted attention to it. So look, let them be them. I think the outrage is just stupid.
Okay, so
And that's the wrap up.
That's the wrap up. All right, cool. All right, man. So yeah, this is the end of the
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We have twice as many episodes out there now.
Damn.
So
putting out work.
Definitely drop a suggestion, suggestions, comments. Please like our videos, subscribe to our channel, all that good stuff, and then give us some feedback. Definitely in the comment section, we'll definitely read them. And yeah, man. So Zino, I'll talk to you on Saturday, I'm assuming.
All right, Zeus. Saturday it is.
All right, peace out.